Hi, I'm John Holden. Welcome to Earth. Our next story takes us here to the desert of New Mexico, near the border town of Columbus. This is as far away from the ocean as you can get. But this dry desert land has also become an oasis for the future of farming and for food. How is that possible? Let's take a look. Our global population is growing by leaps and bounds, predicted to hit 10 billion people by the year 2050. This is placing a huge strain on our agricultural land resources to produce food, as well as our freshwater and ocean resources.
So to meet those demands that this new population is going to have, we're going to have novel agricultural practices to provide new food sources. And so those food sources need to be novel in the way that they're not going to be competing with arable land that's already overstretched, and also not competing with freshwater sources that, again, are also scarce.
One of the answers may lie here, in the middle of the hot, dry desert of New Mexico, atop a saltwater aquifer, where Miguel Calatayud, farmer and entrepreneur, is leading Iwi, a plant-based protein and supplement company that has reinvented a whole new way to farm non-arable land, to grow nutritious protein from sea algae.
The strain of algae we use is coming from the North Atlantic Ocean, and it needs salt and it needs a lot of sun. And being in the middle of a desert like the New Mexico desert or the Texas desert is the perfect location because of the hours of sun, the number of days of sun, access to salt water, and we are insulated enough in order to have the perfect crop with a high quality food safety for our customers.
Overseeing dozens of acres of saltwater algae ponds in the deserts of New Mexico and Texas, Iwi is able to grow this microscopic protein sea plant that is the source of omega-3 far away from the ocean. A super vegetable that can be sustainably grown in the desert year-round, using only recycled salt water and Earth's energy.
These ponds are operated by a single paddle wheel, and so you can see that spinning behind us here. That's ultimately the only force that's going to be moving our water through these ponds. And then when we go to harvest these systems, we actually do everything using the force of gravity, which allows us to really reduce our electricity inputs. And so everything from here to the harvesting system is driven by gravity once we start harvesting.
What people don't know is that fish and krill do not really generate any omega-3 fatty acids. They obtain it through the algae that they eat. So algae is the original source of those omega-3 fatty acids. So we skip the middle fish, we go straight to the source, we go to the algae.
We are not competing for arable land, we are not competing for fresh water. So our solution is not a replacement for existing solutions, it's in addition to.
Here at its laboratory in the desert, Iwi researchers are exploring the nutritious benefits of this tiny marine plant, both as a food source and supplement.
The possibility for algae is, limitless. It has the highest absorption omega-3 in the planet. But at the same time, we produce a very unique type of protein. We have all the essential amino acids you need. Each of them beat or exceed the amount that the FAO requires for daily consumption. We can do all these wonderful things using resources that nobody else will be utilizing, which is non-arable land, salt water, the sun.
Unlike traditional crops, which might only be harvested once a year, a pond of algae can be harvested as many as 2 or 3 times a week. It smells like Earth.
Yeah, it's got, yeah.
This smells like Earth. The dried marine plant can then be transported in containers to be extracted for use in food additives as well as supplements designed to reduce cholesterol and improve heart health.
People look at algae and don't think of it as a food that they would use to help their health, but it's something that we really find beneficial, and we have clinical studies and trials that prove that. So I think that it's something that's going to be great to help the future of food.
We believe we can change the food supply chain worldwide, bringing sustainable products and sustainable solutions in our everyday food. And if we do that, we will be able to win the war without people noticing that there was a battle.
It's this concern for supplying alternative food protein, nutrition, and clean water for future generations that Miguel wants to educate and share the algae growing experience with his own children, 11-year-old Maria and 8-year-old Lucas.
I'm really proud of my dad because they're kind of doing the impossible, because a lot of people, they didn't think that they could do this with the algae, and they did it.
I learned that we have to protect the planet and not waste fresh water, and we have to produce healthy food for us and for our planet.
It's all about developing sustainable farming methods and nutrient-rich food to feed and protect our planet. Algae could very well be one of the superfoods of our future. I'm John Holden. Thanks for watching.